Never, ever crash out in front of your enemy. Now, I know I like to promote violence on here a bit too often. But I must say, please, when you are dealing with your enemy, never let them see they can't see you weak. You don't show listen, don't show no emotion. You see, what I always say, you say cool or okay. Then you plot.
Word.
Don't crash out. Don't send paragraphs. Don't do nothing. Cool. I was going to do. Guess who's back again?
Hi, beautiful people.
You started dancing too late. It's over now.
Was I supposed to do it in the first bit?
The moment has passed.
No, because you did do.
Yeah, you
I
said
can't dance.
People in the middle of the song.
Sorry. My hands were up. My hands were up for me to say, beautiful people. What did you want from me?
Man,
what do you
want?
want?
Let's just get into it because you've already fucked it up. Okay. Guys, welcome. Episode 48. Look at us being real podcasters. Look at that. Almost at 50, which is almost at 1 year. 1 year.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're actually at almost 1 year next month.
That's crazy.
March 28th.
What?
We've been doing this for a whole year.
I've enjoyed it. It doesn't feel like that.
It doesn't feel like that.
It feels like a little...
Queens.
I'd say it feels like a 5-month situation.
Yeah, no, but it's actually a year next month, which is crazy. We probably will dress up for that, so do expect a costume of some sort, because it's us. But shall we get into it? How was your week?
My week? Good. What are my L's of this week? No, let me start with my win. It's a celebration of Steph Day.
Why? What did I do?
I am gassed by our friendship.
Why?
Why's your face like that?
Yeah, I don't know where
Fix it, bro.
I just hate when you profess your love for me.
Why?
It gives me like a heat rash.
I genuinely think like your spirit is allergic to me a lot.
I think you're allergic to yourself.
But I think I'm like that thing that's so you can't help it, but you break out in rashes. We spoke about this. I'm a lover girl, innit?
You're a lover girl, and
so you love it, but then it's like, okay, you make me itch though.
Yeah, I'm like a cat.
Not too much love.
Not too much.
I'll bite.
I will bite and get a heat rash.
No, but so we had a conversation this week, yeah, and it gassed the hell out of me. Because like, guys, the one thing about me and Steph, yeah, we fuel each other ridiculously. And it's been like this for years. Like we were fueling, you were fueling me the hell up in COVID, actually. I was on the phone to you all the time.
You know, I can't remember lockdown anymore. And I'm
Why?
scared.
Do you black it out?
I don't know if it's the vaccine that did that to me or if I just blacked that whole... I really can't remember lockdown. Like, a lot of things happened during lockdown for me, but I can't remember, apart from like the major events, obviously getting married, I can't remember lockdown like that.
I just remember...
I remember developing a rash on my bum.
You got a rash on your bum?
Yeah, man.
From what?
I don't even know. I had a rash on my bum.
Can we talk about this for a moment, yeah? This is what it's definitely going to be a tangent. I get rashes in weird spaces all the time. Like, I am one of those people, like, the most bizarre ailments will happen to me.
Yeah. That is you. That's what I say. I feel like you're allergic to yourself. I feel like your immune system is actively trying to like just off you. So in the most creative ways possible.
I've had the heel thing when we were in school.
Oh my God. Wait, her skin just decided to start eating itself. Just started to eat.
No, because it started off...
What? Eat, like, it was black.
My ankle was black. And it was just like the bony bit of it.
Yeah, it was just like...
black. It was like hyperpigmentation for no reason.
Yeah, but then it was like itchy. And like, you could feel it. And I was just like, why is like, I think the only way I can describe is like, you know, in those Nollywood movies where someone steps on juju and then their leg just starts rotting. It was like that. And it was just like, it was just black. I was like, what did you step on?
And it was so interesting because like, like, it was hard skin, number one. So it's
Yeah.
like the skin on your heel. This is so gross. The
So
skin on your heel.
disgusting.
But it looked like I've got hyperpigmentation on one of the elbows. Yeah, like, guys, if you can see that.
That it was like, but it was that, and then you could peel it every morning. You just show us, like, you give us like a progress check-in, like we ever asked, and then start peeling. I remember you used to pull down your white socks and just reveal this like black fleshing and I don't even know what it is, and then start peeling it. Like, look, guys. Like every morning, it's like we didn't ask.
I'm such an oversharer.
You don't just
I'm such an
eating
oversharer.
your ankle. You're just here peeling at it.
But
every
also,
morning.
this is the thing about my parents, yeah. And this is I definitely now I'm so hyper vigilant of my skin and when I have any change. And I'm like, why did my parents not look at this and be like, hi, child, this is weird. Either go to the doctor or the dermatologist. Let's figure out. Because really, it just went.
It just
And
went.
you know what? It turns out, I think it was one of the shoes. Like, you know, kickers?
Yeah.
Like, it must have been rubbing.
That
That
happened to me. Kickers gave me hyperpigmentation on my foot. As in, you know the front bit with the stitching that goes like that little curve?
Yeah.
I had it on my foot. The thing was black. And I'm not even joking. I think it only ever went away in my late teens.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
The thing made my foot black. It just imprinted itself in my foot. I just had a permanent curve. I couldn't wear sandals for a while because it was just black.
Girl, because I worked out when I stopped wearing school shoes, the thing did go.
When?
So it's
People don't talk about the kickers trauma. We know it looked good and we used to wear it for fashion, but that thing used to mash up our feet.
But the thing is, because it's good quality shoe, the leather's hard.
No, it's hard. It's a military shoe. That's what you wear to war. Military kickers are military shoe. I'm convinced that thing was hard. And it will last long. Some people wear their kickers from year 7 up until year 11.
I'm telling you, because I remember my mum was like a shoe zone babe, right?
Yeah.
So like from like year 7 to year 8, I think. It was shoe zone. But I dragged my feet. So, not from year 7 to year 8. Since I was in primary school. So she started off with the Clarks and then she found shoe zone and she was like, oh my God, shoe zone. And I don't know how we go from Clarks, good shoe, to shoe zone.
Because shoe zone shoes, when people think about them, they'll last a term before the mouth starts opening.
Right, the back will open, the front will open. And if you dare drag your feet, you're wearing the sole out. You just see holes.
When it rains, you're in trouble.
Just sock all wet.
And tights just wet. That shoe zone shoe,
Squidge.
it will only last a term. Only last a term. That's why it was £10. No one ever asked the question as to why it was £10. That is why.
So one day I was tired because obviously I dragged my feet already.
Yeah.
So I'm always wearing out the shoe. Right. And I'm always feeling the water
just come
into the shoe. So now I'm tired. I'm like, so one day I said, Mum, I have an idea. Obviously I've seen people in kickers and I'm like, I want them.
Did you have to pitch them as well?
Yeah.
Because of the price, Because of the price, I remember the day I had to pitch it. I came with the catalogue. I sat my mum down. I said, Mum, I've got a proposition for you. Now, don't look at the price here. Let me just explain the benefits of the shoe.
Value for money.
Don't look at the price here. I said, don't look. I remember I put my finger on the price. I said, don't look at the price here. Do you like this shoe? I said, hey, it's fine. It looks a bit big. I said, no, but it lasts long. You see, if you buy this shoe, my friends have it at
one
school.
for the term. For the year, sorry.
For the year. My friends have been wearing it for like 2-3 years. Now, if you think about the cost.
£10.
£10 every term, or you spend a young 70 and you don't have to buy
It was even
again.
60. It was 60.
The one I wanted was 70 because it had the colour stitching.
Oh, fair.
It had the colour stitch. If I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there. One thing about me, I'm going to scam my parents. I won't tell them it's a cheaper option. This is how I got my ensuite double bedroom in Filbert Village. I said, that's the only room that's available. I said, there's no other option. Like, there's no other tree. I said, this is it. When they came to the uni room, I saw I was living like a king. They're like, are you sure? Like, do all your other...
Your room was huge.
I had a palace. And they would try to go check my other flatmates to see what rooms they had. I said, no, let's not look there. Because I had the biggest room. Everyone else was single. I was like, no, don't look there. I remember Ron was walking. She said, everybody else has single bed. My dad just kept quiet. I was like, please. Just
He knows you.
Let me scam in peace. I know what I did. I didn't even look at the single room. I saw on sweet number said, bam, I need that.
Oh my God.
But yeah, you had to pitch the kickers. Like, listen, this is really and truly return on investment.
Bro, Because I remember saying this because I worked it out. I was like, and I was tired of these. And because the thing is, shoes own shoes. They were ugly as well as bad quality. And I was tired. I said, I don't know why we're doing this. When kickers are there looking pris and clean, nice, stylish. What? With your tights, with your socks. They just go with everything. Could wear them with jeans.
Exactly.
I said, hello, hi. So I said, okay, mum, there is this shoe, £60. But when you think about how much you're paying across the year, and these shoes always have holes in it, they're always, and you know, my parents are like traditional West Indian parents.
Yeah.
So the minute the shoe starts opening, they're like, okay, you need to get rid of that shoe. Why are you still wearing the shoe? But we have to go to the shop and it's just long, right?
Really, boy, they said bring out the glue. I used to glue my damn shoes.
No, but I used to hate it.
I used to glue that damn shoe. I remember there was a time Junior's whole soul was just falling out the shoe. My mom just looked the other way. And those were kickers. So I was like, how are you walking?
What?
That is the first time I've seen someone run through the sole of a kicker shoe.
He's playing football in them.
He
has to play football in them. But the thing is with kickers, you could.
You could. Because not only was it a military shoe, a school shoe, but it was also a football shoe. Look at all these shoes in one. The price was justified.
Also, whilst I'm here, this is the thing about you lot, yeah. I'm going to call you out because you were part of this friendship group in primary school.
What did I?
Let me just say.
Always call me out, but did I force you? I was on holiday.
Let me just say this, yeah. So guys, there was this point. So everyone's parents essentially went to Clark's in primary school to get their shoes. Wallabies were the thing.
Yeah, I had wallabies.
When I came with wallabies now. When I came with wallabies, why did everyone start bullying me and making fun of me?
You know what, yeah? I think it's the way you drop it.
We're wearing school uniform!
I know, it's the way you drop the wallabies.
How can I drop it? I'm wearing the same uniform
because
you are!
Wallabies are like, they're a men's shoe. Okay, so you have to style it a certain way for it to bang.
How do you style your wallabies
even
in
now,
the way that I differently
even
from
now, you
how I
style the wallabies?
Yes, which is why I don't wear them.
Because actually, we want the cow print ones from Clark's, but I can't
they
find
are really
them. They're
cute.
sold out everywhere. But you have to drop the wallabies in the way. Now you came from a prim and proper family. Like if the shoe came with laces, yours would be tight and tied.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's how you're supposed to do.
There's a certain way you're supposed to drop the wallaby. And you just weren't dropping the wallaby the way it needs to be dropped. It's the same with your jeans. Remember the jeans that you wore on school uniform that you had like the little characters on it?
Yeah.
Like, it's again, you weren't the fashionable kid. You just essentially, you weren't the fashionable kid. The jeans were, that in hindsight, the jeans were cute. But back then, they weren't the thing. And I feel like with you as well, you jumped on trends late. So by the time you got the shoe, it's like, guys, come on, look at my shoe. We're already trying to find the next thing. So you coming in hyping about your wallabies, like, yeah, but bro, we've been wearing this for a year.
Can I just say, the problem, let's call a spade a spade. The problem was me.
Okay, well,
It's not what I was wearing. There was nothing wrong with what I was wearing. There's nothing wrong with my fashion.
What do you want me to do?
Because I remember this so clearly. One day, I was my dad's twin, mini me, yeah? We had parents' evening. I didn't come. And everyone the next day, oh, your dad's trainers are banging. Your dad's trainers are banging. Your dad's trainers are banging.
You lot already, if you listen, you already know this story. This trauma that you're carrying with this trainer.
No, I will never let go. I'm not going to lie to you. Till this day, I don't understand what I did. Because when I wore the same trainers, your trainers are clapped. Why when my dad wears it? Is it fine?
It's the drop though, because your dad used to, like, with the windbreaker and stuff, like, your dad used to look cool.
My dad would buy the same shit for me.
Yeah, but you're not having the full drop.
What you mean?
It's not the full. You need that. You need to style your pieces, because I know what to tell you. Well, 7, 8, I don't know.
Oh my God. My dad would style me. I'm a kid, bro. So the problem is not the fashion. The problem is not the drop. The problem is Christiana.
It's character building. You survived. It's fine. Wear your shoe. Wear your shoe.
That's why when I buy the big clunky kickers, you lot can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, it's true.
I won't take it.
I know. You're trying to make up for the cool that you missed out on in private school.
No, I am cool. How about that? How about that?
You're cool in your own way. There you go. Right?
Anyway.
God. Anyway. How the fuck was your week? Jesus Christ.
What was my element?
Always dragging us into your primary school trauma, man. Fuck, it's wallabies. You got the kickers in the end. Then they gave us hyperpigmentation. I'm sure there's a case there somewhere.
What about the amount of hyperpigmentation it gave
Put the
kids?
foot. I'm sure I've got a little dash of a mark.
Then I think I had the rash here at some point.
You had rashes. Specify.
And the thing is, the problem is, I don't have eczema. I never had eczema.
No, you just have like exotic flesh-eating diseases. It can never be identified straight away.
Such a victim all the time. Then I had this.
Oh, yeah.
So I had, which we know, like I have like seasonal eczema, like a small amount of eczema, but it only is here and here.
Oh, same.
And every, do you get a change of season?
Yeah, and it goes light. So people get hyperpigmentation and I get light.
You get lighter.
I thought it was vitiligo. I was like, well, there you go. That's like, there you go. I literally thought it was vitiligo. Like, literally, I was like,
I get that though. I get why you would.
There you go. Vitiligo as well. My enemies have won.
I'm
I'm going to make a thing out of it as well. I'll put concealer to make it even more lighter. If we're going to do it, let's go for it.
We'll do Winnie Harlow.
Because people try and cover it up. I'm like, no.
No, do Winnie. Just
I'm not
own
gonna
it.
Conceal it. I might even create new patches just to make a little pattern on my face. But yeah, no, I get that too. Like, it'd be dry and light.
That's what I'm saying. Mine is dry and dark. And it's only when I went to dermatologist, she's like, oh, you've got like a... Do you know what happened? When I do my skin pills and use acids, obviously it affects there in particular because obviously there's a patch of eczema. So then she was like, oh, that's when she told me. She was like, oh, you've got a patch of eczema. And guys, in school, because I've had it for years.
Yeah.
And so there was a point where I was just like, oh, on this era, I have to use E45. And there was one particular year that the E45 burnt the skin.
Oh, God. How does burn?
Aqueous
cream. What do you call it? Aqueous?
Aqueous.
Damn, I'm on strikes again. You say aqueous.
No, it might be aqueous.
It might be aqueous. I wouldn't trust me. Because even my adult finals this week, we're gonna need some help. We might have to consult Google. Because what I've been saying at home, I was like, Manny, don't repeat that outside because I might not be saying it right.
But yeah, when you put E45, that is the first year I said there's something wrong. To put E45 on your skin and it burns. I said it's too much. And this was probably the year where it went black. It went dark.
Oh, Lord.
And I was just like...
E45. Maybe it's like your pH.
Just there's always a thing with me.
You.
It's me. This is
You're
what I'm
running
saying.
around the playground at 8 with 42 double Ds. You're having exotic flesh eating diseases.
So obviously because I started puberty early, I was having these big white spots come up around my mouth.
It's just long for you.
And I didn't understand because it was puberty. It was just puberty spots. But they would be huge and they'll be like right there.
Sorry.
I really suffered in childhood, I'm not going to lie.
You really took on all the burdens. And
I did. And then you lot to be bullying me for my 36 double Ds.
You were the ones that, to be honest, you made the scene about you having boobs first.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
How?
Because you were the first one to get a bra.
That's not making a scene. That's existing, bro.
You were excited about the bra. That's why I went to my parents. Like, I require a bra. They were like, go with a guy, sit down. I had not even the nipple was prominent. It was just flat. It was there, my M&S vest top. I was like, well.
Having your period in primary, and I can't remember it, but having your period in primary school was
must be crazy.
That's long.
Puberty was actually okay for me. It came at the right time.
And you think as a child, what you got to remember is like, we have the safety of like Diva cups and tampons.
Girl, I'm not using. I don't trust the Diva cup.
You don't. I've heard. I can't use it yet. But I really, really want to. I've heard it's so good. Like, it just...
I think it's for people that have the average flow. That cup can't carry my shit. You see, when I learned how much blood you're supposed to lose on your period, I was like, times that by 15. Because I can lose that in an hour.
And that's why you're anemic.
Yeah.
That's why you're anemic.
That's why I stay taking my iron supplements, my little gentle iron. I have to. Because when I saw that, when they did that little 1 teaspoon, I said, where's that? I can lose that in an hour.
And
that's
also,
just the starter.
Also, I don't know, because here's the thing. Sometimes you see the Diva cup, it looks a certain type of way, right?
Yeah.
We clot. And if you clot in particular, see me.
Yeah, the cup will just be filled with the clot. There won't be even no space for the blood. That's why I said I don't have time.
Just one organ just sitting in there.
I just don't have time. The cup will just be full of the clot. There'll be no place for the blood but for around it. And then it'll make its way to my knickers. So I don't try it.
No, but it suctions towards...
Just... Because it reminds me of the time I tried the tampon. I was like, yes, this is great. Pulled down my pant. The period was there. He said, oh, you tried to stop us. You tried to stop us with that little cotton bud that you shoved up your vagina, but we here.
I have a question. Actually, it's so off topic, so I'll do it very quick. Have you ever tried to use a femidom?
Absolutely not. Me, that will even make me dry. The fact that I have to take time to now put the condom up my vagina and know me, I'm going to get it wrong because my cervix is long and it's curved.
I've got a tilted cervix.
So every time I go for a bloody, what is it? Cervical screening thing. What is it called?
The smear?
Yeah, the smear. Sorry. I'm not a lady. Every time I go for a smear test, it's always a fight. Because not only is my cervix long, but it's tilted. So they need to get the clamping, they kind of need to feel. Then the fact that someone from school did my last smear test is still traumatizing.
Can I just say, right? Because smear tests are traumatizing in itself. Like now, girls, we don't talk about this enough. Because every time she cranks open my cervix,
open up that little clamp,
the tears are streaming, and you know you're trying to hold it in. We're trying to be a boss woman. The tears that are forming, like when I say, like you just see the water just, and you're sitting there like,
I have no shame, you know. I ask for extra lube, girl. Extra lube, then they'll be like, oh, it's just gonna be slightly uncomfortable. Like, girl, have you seen?
Slightly?
Have you seen? Please. Look at the narrow tunnel that you're going down.
Crank it open.
And you feel it. And that's why I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna survive childbirth.
Go.
Because you telling me that my vagina needs to open wider than this? To pass a big ass head?
The head!
I was looking at Manny's baby pictures. Him and his siblings. I said, I'm in trouble. I'm
in trouble. Your head's big as well.
My head is big as well. But it's like, either way, I'm finished. I don't even have a small head to kind of counteract my head. It's just head. It's just head.
It's head squared.
It's just head squared. It's just going to be head. It's just going to be head and just little tiny body at the bottom because the head just took all the nutrients looking like Stewie. How am I going to push that out? It was like, oh, when are you going to have kids? Who's opening this vagina for me?
Because the burn when it opens.
Oh, they call it the ring of fire.
Thank you. Because I was like, does this burn? She's like, oh, it's gonna be uncomfortable. This shit is on fire.
It hurts.
It's
and
burning.
God forbid you need to go wee after. Oh my God, that burn. Why does no one talk about the burn? It reminds me of like, this is again off topic. I'm so sorry, guys. Can we briefly talk about the pee that you do after your first time?
What, having sex?
Yeah. Christiana, can we talk about the pee after the first time of having sex? Christiana, I legit cried. I remember I was holding onto the toilet paper roll stand thing and holding onto the sink. I was shaking. Is it supposed to burn like that?
I'm guessing there must be something, the hymen.
The hymen?
The hymen tear, because it obviously... It's a body part that's torn.
Spicy as fuck. Oh my God. It felt like I was peeing out acid.
Because there's a wound in it. Like,
yeah.
On your first time, you do, like, you'll spot in it. So there's obviously a wound there.
I didn't spot, you know.
You didn't spot?
Like, when I wiped, it was a bit but that pee-pee, that's when I knew I said I did something.
That's how I knew.
I did something.
So obviously I was playing. You
were playing what?
I was playing. My first time, I was playing. Supposedly.
Everyone was playing on their first time.
Word! We didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
What they showed on Love on Basketball and reality, two different things. Two different things. So I was like, did we?
Brother!
It didn't.
A lot of girls, our first time was like, did we just...
I was like, is it in? I was like, is it in?
Because obviously I was the girl that would be like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to. Don't go all the way. Because
I was like, just halfway.
Just
hey!
And then the next thing, I'm spotting and I'm like,
no, I felt like a slight burn. I was like,
yeah, that's what it. Yeah.
Something has happened and now I can't go back.
And I was just like,
I'm at the point of no return.
I remember going home and just lying down. I'm a teenager. I went home to lie down.
I couldn't even go home and lie down because I was staying at my aunt's at the time because I don't know where my mum was this time. And I remember my legs were so weak, I actually fell on the bus.
Were you doing the whole jig? Did you actually have...
Yeah, man.
Like intentional sex?
The first bit wasn't intentional. I don't know what I thought was going to happen or what I thought I could get away with. But after that point, it was like, well, we're here now. And they went on for a while.
So I was the opposite.
So then by the time I actually got up.
Oh, you were finished.
I think I failed when I got up.
You were finished,
I
of
literally
course.
fell.
Of course you would be.
And then on top of that, I needed to pee. So I had to hold it whilst I got to Greenwich from Forest Gate. And I remember I was sitting, I didn't know what to expect. So I was just trying to pee as normal. Yay! I shot up halfway through.
Because it's
it was just acid.
The hot pee.
Just hot.
Against
acidic pee. Raw hymen. Raw hymen. I said, I see why people wait until marriage. Because what the fuck was that?
I remember, so we were just playing. And then, so I'm the opposite of you. So I was like, obviously, I'm not ready. Play. Not too much. And then something happened and I was like, wait, stop.
Yeah, the stop bit, but you know that it's already too late. Something happened.
No, but I'm going to cancel the whole thing. So I was like, stop. And we stopped. And then I've come home now and I'm spotting and I'm like, oh,
it's gone.
No!
When I did it, I said, no! Actually, no, I knew it was gone.
Because you carried the fuck on.
I carried the fuck on.
Well, we're here now.
It's gone. But yeah, the spicy. How was your week?
Oh, what was my L of the week? Again, oh my God. I'm sorry, my meal pan is flogging me.
Oh, your 200 calorie meal plan.
No, it's not. I've realized now. So sometimes, like when we first started, I complained about like I was hungry, and now I'm not hungry anymore. I can do it perfectly. Yeah. It's fine. It's the cost. Guys, can I just say, eating like fish every day?
Oh no,
is not for the. It is expensive of hell. And don't get me wrong. So I eat meat, but you don't realize how cheap meat is in comparison to fish.
That's why I be reaching for the tuna, boy.
Brother.
Mackerel.
Sea bass, expensive as hell. Bassa, expensive as hell. Salmon, all the fish I eat, essentially expensive as hell. Now, you had to have that every day.
Nah, you can't have
my
salmon
bank
every day.
Account has flogged me.
You can't have salmon every day. There's salmon that I have, a pack of salmon that I have in the freezer that I'm just hoarding.
Girl, because you got to.
The sea bass freezer hoarding.
Because when
is my daily go-to.
When I was doing the mince and the chicken, it was all right. Yeah. I could do it. My bank account wasn't like, My bank account now?
Yeah, no.
You
can't have salmon every day. They're not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
If the pod takes off in 5 years' time, you can be doing not salmon. But right now, girl, tuna.
It's not even tuna. Tuna's expensive. It has to be mince and chicken.
With a squeeze of lemon.
Like Lidl's mince and chicken. You know, chicken that has just been mass produced.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I ain't doing the little chicken. I did the little chicken breasts and the side went right. I got more fat than breasts. I didn't even know that was possible. Side went right.
So yeah, now I've got to look into like the meat options rather than because I've obviously because you generally have fish. Like when you're having a normal kind of diet, you'll have fish once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Every day?
You can't do that. This economy won't allow for that. This economy will not allow for that. When we're on the verge of a recession, you better start eating tuna from Lidl. Please.
Sit with it. So yeah, that is how was your week actually?
So my week was actually good. My W of the week is that I survived the blackout, which is probably one of the scariest open mic nights that I've done in my entire life. I haven't done many, but that one was like, I was terrified. I was physically shaking from like the moment I got out of the station. For those who don't know, the Blackout is a comedy night that's held at Up the Creek, which is actually quite a famous, probably one of the most famous comedy clubs in London. You have 15 comedians that go up and usually new talent or they've been doing the circuit for like a year or two. They go up and they initially have 2 minutes to say their material. It's 2 up. So you go up and do your 5-minute material, but the first 2 minutes, you're allowed to continue. After the 2-minute mark, the lights go on and off, and then people in the crowd. So there's 3 cards that are allocated to people in the crowd, and basically they get to vote you out if you're not funny. So if all 3 cards are put up, and there's a red light that makes it even worse, so you see it. So think about it, like what's that? The Voice. If all 3 lights go up, so all 3 cards are up, the lights go off, you're blacked out. So you don't even get to continue your material. It's probably the most amount of hecklers I've seen in a crowd. So people are legit will shout out your shit, boo, get off, whatever.
And they really encourage it.
And they really encourage it. It's like it's petrifying.
They pressure you to boo, by the way.
Like to be rude. Like if you're not being rude enough with the card, they'll give it to someone else. So anyway, I was absolutely petrified, shitting myself. Got on stage. I did have a few woofy-wee moments because I was so nervous, but I survived the blackout. I didn't get blacked out. I was super proud of myself for getting through that night because it's probably one of the most daunting nights out of the open mics that I'm doing. Like this is the one that I was dreading, but I did it. I got through and I was really, really proud of myself. There's definitely things I need to improve on, which I will obviously continuously work out. I just started, so I have to give myself grace. But I'm just so happy I didn't get blacked out because I'm not going to lie. Although they say, oh no, it's not that deep. It's not going to be the end of your career and stuff. I know myself. If I get blacked out, I'm not, there's a chance I won't do it again.
I was telling Steph, like, there was no way she was going to be blacked out, number one, because she's actually good. But also, you say you did Week for the Week. No one could tell. Like, the ways, and this is the thing, because you're witty and rude.
Yeah, no, I threatened the hecklers. When I got on stage, I said, by the way, I bite. And my turns out, so I'm ready. I literally had to look them.
She had to say, don't try me.
Try it.
Don't try what you do to these other lot. I'm not them.
I ain't got to come back. We'll just scrap. I'll jump in the crowd. I will skydive into the crowd and we'll fight.
No, before Stephanie went on, Stephanie comes over to us and she was like, guys, if anybody puts up their card, if I get blacked out, close the doors.
Beat everyone.
Beat everybody.
I want to hear blows in the dark.
And we were prepared at the beginning of the show, right? Because I was like, okay, bet. Wait, it's on.
It's on.
And like, you know, for Steph, again, mock me all you want, but if you come for Steph,
literally arms out.
So obviously, they are asking who wants to be the judges. So I'm like, this is my chance to save Steph. I'm looked at the girls. The girls next to me like, this is our chance to save Steph. So I was like, yeah, let's put our hand up. What? I said to the girls, actually, all of us put our hand up. Why is it just me there?
With your hand up. And then the host was like, you're friends with one of the comedians. I saw you talking to her,
said,
so
no.
you can't have a card. I said, racism.
She said, the only blacks in the room.
I don't know her. Racism. I could have just been saying hi and thanks for coming to the general crowd. Sis clocked us. I said, I'm done. That's why I started shaking even more. I had to go get a drink. I literally had to go have a shot of tequila because I was like, it's done.
To be fair, they let me be a judge after you proposed. But the minute Steph was off,
she said, there's no way round this. And on top of that, I knew the guy who was like one of the sound guys in the venue.
Yeah.
So I was like, don't I know you? He's like, yeah, I don't want to say nothing because I know. I was like, you need to leave. I said, go. He's like, but I work here. I said, leave. Come back when I'm done. Because this was like the most people I've had come out as well to support me. Actually, apart from my comedy showcase after I did comedy school, this was like the most people I've had in the crowd have actually allowed to watch me. So like, my friend Ray came, like Ray Black came, like my friends from school, Tia was there. So I was like, I actually can't afford to get blacked out because everyone's gonna be looking at me like, okay, you started this thing and you're not that good. So I was like, I need to get through it.
And
so when I got to the stage, because I was so caught up in like, oh my God, I'm gonna get blacked out. I'm not even gonna joke. I'm not even joking. I literally I couldn't see anything when I was on stage.
Oh, that's good though.
I literally,
did it work in your
zoned
favor?
out so much. I didn't know that I didn't get blacked out.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know that I didn't get a card or so because
you're just
the moment I heard the music, I just ran off the stage. I was like, did I get blacked out? They're like, no. I was like, I didn't know whether I did. I just wanted to get off. But I'm so proud of myself because that is probably one of the scariest open mics for any up and coming comedian that you can do. It's
very daunting
and experienced, like seasoned comedians. Like I'm pretty sure Kevin Hart has even been to Up the Creek.
And what we were saying, it depends on the crowd, innit? Because
Really
some
does.
people, like on certain days, some jokes will hit the type of people that are in there. Like there was a lot of jokes about like body functions that they just didn't like. That shit was funny.
That shit was funny, but the people that had the cards, they weren't feeling it. So I was like really scared because again, it really depends on the crowd with some of your jokes. It really does. And I felt like this crowd was intentionally trying to be like feisty or like mean, which made it even more daunting. But I didn't get blacked out. I survived the blackout. I didn't win, which I wasn't even really aiming to. I didn't want to win. I just didn't want to get blacked out. The guy that did win, absolutely fucking hilarious.
Really
Definitely deserved it. Big up to George Wheeler. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself for that because again, it was just something I have literally been dreading this day since the day I got confirmed for the booking. So I will be buying the footage and hopefully I can make a reel and post it on Instagram. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself. My L of the week. What is my L of the week actually? Oh, my L of the week is that I haven't been able to work out as much as I would like to this week. I injured my back and I was sick. So I haven't been running. I haven't been able to go to the gym, which has made me actually surprisingly really sad. I think I'm starting to enjoy exercising, which is good, but also scary. Oh, such an adult. But the good news is the back injury seems to have settled enough for me to be able to start running again. So I am going on my first run today of this week. And I'm back. I'll be back working out. And the good thing is I haven't actually put on any weight, significant weight. I think I put a pound or two, but I have also been eating like a damn dog. But yeah, that was my other week. I haven't been able to exercise as much, but we will get back on it because we have this race. So, yeah. Let us get into the main topic of the episode. Guys, I know you man haven't been living under a rock. You see, this week has been a celebration for everyone that is passionate about ending their enemies. Kicking their enemies whilst they're already down.
You in your bag. You must have been. This is so you. This is so you.
What happened at Sunday's Super Bowl performance? Oh my God. You know when they say cherry on top? After collecting 5 Grammys on top of Drake's head, Kendrick came and said, Drake, I ain't done. Take this. He ended him with a performance that included Drake's own ex, who happens to be one of the greatest athletes in the world.
Two exes.
Crip walking as part of the performance. On top of that, had a whole crowd of over 100,000 people screaming A minor.
When I heard that.
Basically calling you a paedophile.
When I heard that, because you can hear the crowd.
A minor. On top of that, had part of the crowd holding up cards that spells out game over. On top of that, looked in the camera and said, say Drake. So he even called you by name. So you didn't even think, so you don't mistake it and think maybe he's talking about somebody else. No, he's talking about you. My dear, that is what you call the ultimate lick back. That's what you call breaking your enemy down. He may recover, don't get me wrong. Drake may be able to go on and release an album or two, but we're never going to forget this run.
Can I just say, so yesterday I went back to watch this because obviously everyone was talking about it and didn't know what they're talking about because I didn't watch it. So I was like, let me see. And obviously I saw everything. So I saw Serena Crip walking and I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know when you're just passively taking in social media? And I watched it fresh yesterday because I was like, let me see this again. Like, let me see the whole thing. Like, not just clips, right? And there was so much in it. But so I was like, oh, Serena's crip walking. And I was like, the ex, wait, they dated.
Yeah.
And then I was like, then obviously, you know, you forget that he also dated SZA.
Yeah.
For a moment. And I was like, all right, I'm so sorry. But for 2 of your exes to come and say, you know what, on your head, I will help stamp. You are a terror.
There's something.
You are a bad breed. Your heart is black. Because why are these 2 girls?
Not even that. Why does everyone hate you? Even the Grammy. Okay. That aside, what did you do to the Grammys panel?
Bro.
That they said 5 Grammys upon your head.
I just want you to know that in this kind of back-to-back, Kendrick has risen. Now, there are, like, in the world, there are platforms that push certain people, push certain narratives, push certain playlists, push certain songs. Now, when you can push publications, industry can push certain people, why is one rising and the other one not?
Is going down. As in,
who have you pissed off?
The way people took the success of Not Like Us personally, they said, this must blow. Spotify said, Banner, what did you do?
What did you do? What did Drake do?
What
Because
did
he has
you do?
pissed off the wrong people and plenty of them.
Plenty of them. Everyone, even Samuel L. Jackson. I said, what did you do to that old man?
Samuel L. Jackson collected his check and said, you know what?
He
I will
said,
help.
Top hat on.
Because me being me, and I don't have, to be fair, I don't have particularly bad relationships with any of my exes. But if I did, you couldn't, the type of person I am, they would have to have done a lot for you to pay me to do that. Do you get what I mean? Like, normally...
I would like to say I agree with you, but you can give me a pack of Haribos, I'll be there. I'll be there.
If it ended amicably, and I'm lucky that a lot of my situations have, let bygones be bygones. I'm not going, like, because of, and again, I'm the type of person, like, because of the relationship I had with you, and I have respect for the relationship I had with you, I'm not going to stamp on your head. Unless you've done fucks me off. In which I will stamp, iron, press, heat roller, you're on top of your head.
So I don't get me wrong, there's some exes out there, there's not even weather range. I'm like, I don't care. But there's some people who you don't even have to pay me. Just send me the invitation. I will come with a steamroller and just I have to get you.
Really?
I have to get you. It's a terrible character trait. But I'm literally Peter and the chicken. If I mark you as Peter...
No, the thing is, see your marks. And the thing is, your energy is so... Because we had a conversation about this yesterday. There's some people that are Steph's enemy that I'll jump on just for the shits and gigs of it. Just because she's my best friend. Steph's energy is so... that I will even me, I'm like... Personally, no problem with you. But
we gotta...
I know where my bread's buttered.
Because you know what? I don't look for trouble.
Trouble comes to find you.
Trouble comes to find me. Because people think, because I'm kiki kaka. Oh yeah, no, Steph's fine. I am crazy. Don't cross the boundary. Because if I mark you, it's marked for life.
And this is, I think it's also, because I was thinking about the art of hateration, and why I'm particularly bad at it. And it's because you are very tunnel visioned. You are, when you lock in, you lock in. I'm very ADHD brain, so I get distracted.
You go like that. Me?
You piss me off for like 5 minutes and then I'm like, oh, pretty thing, and I'm distracted. Whereas you...
For decades, I'm staring. Like an owl sitting in a tree just staring. I'm locked in. But the way I like to get my lick back is through existing. I feel like that's the ultimate lick back.
Yeah.
If me just... My whole thing is to win, period. By any means necessary. My enemies can never be in a better position than me. They must always be in a state of regret. They must always be in a state of regret. Again, guys, I never said I'm a good person. You could be looking at this thing, this girl's messed up. I didn't say I wasn't. I own my shit. We should know that by now. We're family. We've been here long enough. I'm not a good person. But you see one thing about me? I must get my lip back. How I get my lip back, I'm not going to fight you. But my existence, me existing, will be my lip back. I must win by fire, by force. It's the main driver behind a lot of things.
I would say that. I'm like similar in that sense where it's like, because I don't have the attention span to be doing plotting. Because Kendrick plotted. That was a whole creative direction.
Also, the rest, maybe the song was the plotting, but the byproduct of it is him essentially winning. It's all wins. The 5 Grammys, you can't plot that, bro.
No, you can't plot that. The Serena? The
Serena, bar. That's a big plot. That's the grand finale. He said game over in the crowd, girl.
He said,
if I'm going to do game over, I'm going to fire the final bullet. I'm going to make sure I make a spectacle out of it.
Yeah, that was a spectacle.
I'm going to make a spectacle out of it. Sorry, Lil Wayne. Next Super Bowl, maybe you could perform. But this one was personal. He had business to finish.
And
Drake, you can come and drop
doing sexy on that stage. I said, hey.
Listen, Drake, you can come and drop your little R&B album and all that. That's fine. But we know what happened last week. We were there. We saw it. And this is
why you don't have a black heart, because see, Drake, he opened up his mouth to talk about Serena and her husband. Oh, your husband's a fan.
And
now look.
Now,
years later, now look how they're stepping on your head.
premium
Because you
disgrace.
had to open your mouth. Leave people alone. That woman was minding her business with her man, and you went to open up your wide mouth.
Went to go open up your wide mouth about Rihanna and her man. Where are you, sir? Because we just witnessed you come out of I don't even know if it's a quarter life crisis or what, where you were wearing hair bubbles in your hair. Out here doing the 6-year-old hairstyles.
And the thing is,
looking like them babes.
No, because
them
at
little
one
girls
point
with the
he was
relaxer
handsome.
packs.
At one point, Drake was handsome.
But he's cosplaying too much. Like, bro, you're not from the hood. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But all this cosplaying you're doing, you're gonna piss off someone. Eventually, people are gonna be like, okay, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Because it was when he had that hair bubble era where he was looking like them little girls in the relaxer hair packs, just perfectly parted and slicked back.
I'm not mad at that because I think that's creativity.
I don't think that's creativity. I think that's you very much cosplaying. You're not. But
cosplaying what?
He's trying to cosplay a hood guy.
What with the bubbles in the hair?
He's stayed trying to cosplay a hood guy. Even from like energy, no offense. No offense to I love Drake, by the way. I loved Drake. I'm fickle as fuck, so I don't know if I can love him the same again after seeing him get pow-wowed like that. But when I was a big Drake fan, even with energy, I was like, why are you talking like this? Like, you're not from the hood, babe. I'd rather you own it. That you're not from the hood. You make great music. You've been making great music. When he first came out, he wasn't owning this hood narrative.
Yeah, it's true.
Now all of a sudden it's you ain't got nothing on your hip.
But you know what it is?
Brother, we see the pout you do your little selfies. You ain't got nothing on your hip.
But I think this all came out this is why, because I was watching breakdowns of the Super Bowl performance, and a lot of it was it signified other things. And obviously Kendrick has always been really, really authentic, right? And so he hasn't been the charting all the time.
Yeah,
He's just kind of been the people's rapper, right?
Your rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah. But Drake is obviously someone who's a bit more commercial in the sense that he always tries to do what's trending. He also tries to stay on top of trends.
Like any hot new artist that comes out, all of a sudden there's a Drake remix. You're not doing it because you're trying to put them on, which a lot of people are starting to clock now. You're doing it so that you can
remain relevant. Yeah. But that's just marketing.
Like even with the album that he dropped on yesterday on Val's Day, there's a track on there, Central C's flow, bar for bar. So I was like, is this Central C? I was like, this is Drake. I was like, no, there's a problem here.
Oh, I need to listen to this, actually.
There's a problem here. I don't know if it's on now, but he was listening to Drake, so I was like, this is Central C's flow, bar for bar.
Well, you know, this is the thing.
He stays pinching.
He stays.
That's why he had these little Afro beats running, ended up fucking over Wizkid anyway. He didn't even shout for the video shoot.
What?
Yeah. There you go, a little gist for you. Didn't shout for the video shoot.
That's cheeky. Wizkid is one of the
didn't do a video for One Dance, which is one of your biggest songs. And then didn't do Come Closer.
Interesting.
But it's like you stay fucking people over.
This is why this has happened.
So of course everyone's gonna band together and get you the fuck out of here.
Yeah, word.
You've been a tyrant for way too long, and because you were so big, obviously people didn't feel empowered to speak up.
Yeah, like
Kendrick
if you're taking
came
the piss,
and then they were like, "Yo, fuck yeah."
They said, "Us two, us two."
Because how can this many people hate you? And then you went to go and try and sue Universal. So now Universal probably hate you too. You're just fighting everyone. But the thing is, there's way too many people now, way too many powerful people in the mix. You're not gonna win.
Yeah, words.
This is why everyone's taking this Kendrick thing personally, like this win personally, because it's like, yeah. Don't disrespect us. Don't disrespect our culture. We tolerated you for that long, but don't get comfortable and disrespect us.
Yeah, word. Because that's what it is. But in regards to like the spirit of hateration, sorry, going back to what you were saying, I'm similar in that sense in regards to I don't have, again, the energy that like to plot. Do you get what I mean? So my lick back has to be me just doing well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And just living my best life, and then whatever happens to you, happens to you. But I will say, actually, as we were talking, so remember Illuminati boy?
Yeah.
So obviously, for those that don't know,
everyone's doing better than him. That's an easy win.
Let me tell you something.
Just get a job.
Be careful. as I said, be careful who you fuck with. Because see how Drake pissed people off?
Ah.
You don't know when you're pissing off the wrong one. So Illuminati Boy drove me through hell. Illuminati Boy, for those that don't know, I had an ex in university. And this boy one day told me, he was a up-and-coming singer, and essentially told me that the Illuminati tried to recruit him.
Can you believe? Bear in mind we're in DMU. Who's looking at, no offense, who's looking at anyone that went to DMU and saying, yeah, that one?
The boy didn't have one single. I'm sure we did not hit, he just
Not
performed in
one.
talent shows.
In the talent show. And he weren't good. So I was like, what is it? Are they recruiting interns?
Stephanie was repulsed by this boy. Stephanie did not get.
I hate people that lack self-awareness.
And he would move with so much vim and arrogance.
Oh. And he weren't even good.
So anyway, Illuminati Boy now, obviously fucks me over in uni, whatever have you. I dislike him. And it takes a lot for me to dislike someone. So cool. A couple years down the line, he's trying to be a singer. Actually, no. When we went to uni, I was introducing him because I was around music already. I was introducing him to my contacts, and it was fucking me over. Cool. Whatever. Charge it. Years later, he starts reaching out to my friends. Be careful who you fuck off.
Just know that message got aired by default. The moment I clocked who the hell it was.
Steph said me, Is this
not your friend?
I said, yeah. She said, block.
Cool.
Block.
Nah.
Coming up to my other friends in industry events saying, oh, I'd like to help with
no.
My friend just said, you. Like, we don't know collectively, honey, I'm not the one. And guys, the person was horrible.
I hated it.
Dark heart, horrible.
And the compulsive lie, as in outrageous lies. Outrageous lies. It was insulting. What
was it? No electricity.
No electricity or gas in his room only. Remember, we're in shared accommodation. He said they cut off the lights in his room only and the gas because he didn't pay for his rent.
So he was
only his room.
He's staying in my room.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
eating off her food. So I couldn't even eat. The
food that was meant for Steph.
He's eating. Imagine I'm out here starving because this little rat is lying and saying that and I tried so hard to prove it because I just wanted my food. I remember I came in for rice. He had to ration it because this rat was here. I was like, fuck off. This is my fried rice. Why are you here? Every time I'll come over, just be there like a bum on the sofa. Shortening our food. Can't even chat properly because he's just there.
Sleeping on this single
like
bed.
A bum. I couldn't stand him.
I swear to God, yeah. Because this is the thing. When you're in uni, you can't spend so much time with a person.
Yeah, no.
You can't both be in this one single bedroom. So I remember one time he was sleeping. And you know when you start to get an ick. And obviously this is the time before we knew what icks were.
Yeah.
So one day I was looking at him. I was like, as he's sleeping, I was like, why does he breathe like that? And I think I said it to him, like, why do you breathe like that?
That's when you start to when you start to get sick of them. But I hear it though. I hear it.
Okay, let's go on to our rules.
Right, so the rules. This is like the ground rules. This is us guiding you on how to finish your enemies, but in a classy and spotless way, so you don't go to jail.
And you don't look like you're crashing out.
You don't look like you're crashing out because that goes into the first rule. Never, ever crash out in front of your enemy. Now, I know I like to promote violence on here a bit too often. But I must say, please, when you are dealing with your enemy, never let them see they can't see you weak. You don't show listen, don't show no emotion. You see, what I always say, you say cool or okay. Then you plot.
Word.
Don't crash out. Don't send paragraphs. Don't do nothing. Cool. Then you plot. Don't let them see you weak. Because if you let them see you crash out, that means you're showing them that they have an impact, that they have control over you. They don't. They're weak. Remember, they're small. They're tiny. So that's what you need to make them feel like. They're tiny. You say cool. Like how Kendrick said cool. They went into the booth and finished him. Do that.
Yeah, my first would be always, if you do crash out, and don't never crash out openly, by the way.
Yeah.
Never crash out openly.
No one, there
You
should
crash
not be no
See
witnesses.
me and Steph, we crash out to each other.
Yeah.
Bad.
No witnesses. No
Bad.
witnesses.
But then what you always will do after the crash out, and it's imperative, you plot after the crash out. You have to get the emotions out. You have to get it out. And then once your mind is clear of all mind-numbing emotions, then you have clarity to plot and execute the perfect plan to body them.
Finish them. You need a clear mind in order to come up with a clear plan.
You get.
That can be followed concisely.
Right.
Next one. Make sure you get them where it hurts. But make sure it's still legal. We don't want to go jail because then they win. Automatically. If you go jail, they automatically win.
They'll laugh at you. They'll laugh at you.
Get them where it hurts. You want long-lasting impact, an emotional scar or two. So whether it's fucking up their money, fucking up their future opportunities, or perhaps, depending on the situation now.
I know you want to say some fuck shit.
I gotta say some fuck shit, but I'm just saying, if there's, you see with humans, you will get them with their money, you get them with the love. I'm not saying ruin a thing.
You're wicked. And you were dirty-hearted me this week.
Why should they experience love?
You were dirty-hearted me this week.
I said get them where it hurts, bro. It's either I fuck up your pockets or fucking up your love life. Either way, silent suffering. You're going to be broken alone. You're going to be broke and alone in this. Don't let me push that button. And the love button is usually the last one I push. I'll try everything else, but if you let me go, I'll go. I'll push that button. Now we're all lonely. How about that? Now you're lonely and you get to watch me win. You're going to lose your mind. Because you're not going to be able to move on. It's not a move on type of thing. You know something? Let bygones be bygones.
I'm a bygones be bygones.
And then go off and get married and live a happy. No. No. That's not how it works here. That's not how it works.
No, simply because people have past lives.
These are from extreme. This is for extreme cases. You press that love button. Yeah, happy marriage where? Who's
live in fear always.
Live in fear always. Don't let me know who it is. That person needs to remember. You can't even post your wedding photos. Don't accidentally tag her. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Don't just keep her a secret. You lot must live in fear constantly. I must not sniff them. But again, for extreme cases. Get them with the money. Get them with their pockets. Preferably make your own money more than them so they feel small anyway. So if they do try and circle back, or if they try and come back, etc., they feel like shit because you have your money. But for extreme cases, don't be afraid to press that love button. Got him where it hurts. Wait until they find a love in life and then you just tear apart.
Guys, you hear how I'm silent?
I might cut this bit out. It might not make it. But if it does...
No, it should make it.
It should make it.
But me and Steph are like...
I'm not
two
saying
sides of the same coin.
Be like, by the way, he did this
I'm
and
the
that.
softer coin. Do you get me? I'm the softer side.
I'm not saying message the woman or whatever. Just make it hard for them to all exist.
Number 2 for me. Nonchalant confidence is what you live by in public. Now, here's the thing. I'm an emotional babe. I'm a crash out. I crash out regularly. This babe hears me crash out at least once a week. And we get regular updates via Insta DMs.
Yeah.
Of our constant crash out. Me and Steph will just send stuff, no context. And we already know. Or like Steph will message me. What I love about us, sometimes we'll message and delete.
Yeah. Unsend.
And we know we've already seen what we've seen. And we know it.
So the Instagram crash out is mostly to do with the DMs, with the pods, to be fair. I'll just send something like, lol.
Yeah. Just lol.
Or I'll just send the post, I didn't even say nothing.
It's the times that I send you things. I send you a message, crashing out. And then I unsend it and you're like, you know damn well.
I saw that. See, I might not respond to text, but I do see them straight away.
You see him. And this is the thing. You can crash out behind closed doors, never in public. In public, you carry yourself with grace. With elegance. No one knows that you're plotting like a motherfucker. They can't know how wicked you are, how triggered you are, but you are. But in public,
classy, quiet, unproblematic. The thing is, yeah, if you're naturally wicked, you won't even need to plot. Your lick back will happen naturally because you're wicked. If you're naturally wicked, you won't even need to even put in that much work. Just exist. Just exist. And usually what you find is that your prey will walk into the trap anyway.
It's true.
They'll just walk right into the trap and you just pow! This is just it. We're psychos. We're psychos. Next rule, when it comes to bodying your enemies, you may change the strategy, but never the final destination. You must always focus on the end goal, which is to finish them. How you may do it may change over the course of time. Different opportunities may present themselves. Perhaps he's on the run for because of child support. You submit that pay slip and let the government know how much he's making. Perhaps, he's got bad credit and shit. You run up the credit card and don't pay it off. Find it. Get it somewhere.
I don't condone this. This is a Steph thing.
I'm just saying.
This is Steph, not me. Steph, please.
Oh, they're having a shit time. Life is just shit for them. You post your best dump on Instagram. You're living your best life.
Do that though.
You're living your best life. So again, like I said, there's opportunities that may present themselves over the course of time. Don't be afraid to take them. You may have had a plan in your head, but maybe the opportunities here that creates an even bigger impact. Focus on the end goal, which is to finish them. How you get there doesn't matter. Just don't go jail, like I said. Because if you go jail, they automatically win. You're in prison now. You can't even go shops. It's done. It don't matter if they're broke. At least they could go to the shop. You can't go nowhere. So again, change the strategy, but never the end goal.
My third one, and this is something Daddy used to say to me: fail to plan, you plan to fail. Tunnel vision. This goes with what Steph was saying. Tunnel vision. You know where you're going. Plan it, set it. Things may change, as we said. Things may change, but you know where you're going. Keep focused. Don't drop, as Steph says, don't drop the gun. Never do that. Never drop the gun.
Stays out.
Because when you drop it,
that's when you give your enemy an opportunity to pew pew. You don't want that.
And they've already, obviously, for them to be your enemy, they've already pew pew. So don't allow them to do it again.
I don't even think we have time to go through the rest of the list because we've got all the 3 minutes. So let's quickly just go into Reddit Realness. Guys, I hope you learned something from that little session. We'll be dropping notes in the description, in the description box. Feel free to reach out if you need more tips on how to finish your enemies. But highly recommend that you follow the Kendrick Lamar playbook. I do offer guest lectures if anyone wants to reach out.
Just can't with you. Reddit Realness. I'm numb. I'm 9 weeks pregnant. Yesterday, my SO, oh please.
Significant other.
Thank you. That's why I was looking for you for help.
Okay, please.
I'm 9 weeks pregnant. Yesterday, my significant other and I went to the hospital for our first scan, a moment that should have been filled with joy and excitement. But today, the most ironic and heartbreaking thing happened. A woman reached out to me claiming that my significant other also got her pregnant.
Oh, God.
To make it worse, she somehow had details about my life because the moment we found out I was pregnant, he rushed to tell her. So that's his girlfriend.
That's his girlfriend.
Apparently, he's been pressuring her to get an abortion. I stand corrected. It's not his girlfriend. He's been pressuring her to get an abortion. The emotional toll pushed her to find me and tell me everything. I don't even know how to process this. I feel numb. I can't wrap my head around what's happening. And honestly, I just needed a space to let this out. I don't know what to think or feel right now. Leave the man.
Leave that man. What the hell?
And I'm so tired of us saying leave the man, but leave the man. You have to leave the man.
What the hell?
Pressuring someone to get an abortion after you impregnated her because you've impregnated somebody else. So no accountability on your behalf to hold your hands up and say, I've been a shit person, I've been unfaithful, and guys, we're in this situation and I'd still like to support these 2 children rather than I just want to get rid of one. whilst continuing happy as Larry over here with the next one.
Nah, it's because for you to come to me and tell me to have an abortion, I have to watch another woman have your baby.
Disgusting.
We're scrapping.
What type of man is that?
Leave. This one is a short and sweet one. Girl, leave him.
I'm so sorry you have to deal with this. I'm so sorry you found out about this whilst you're pregnant. And I can imagine that there's a lot on because you're dealing with a pregnancy and you don't want to do that alone. But this man, the emotion, the lack of emotion he has to another woman, it will come up to play again if you stay with this man.
Also, he's just a scumbag. Why would you do that? People act like abortions is just like a quick thing.
It's
procedure.
Not.
It's very traumatic.
It's
very traumatic. It's very
and you live
emotionally
with the trauma.
Taxing. Like there's so much that goes into it, even just to get to the point where you're making that decision. He is an absolute scumbag. I'm not saying keep the child away from him, but girl,
you don't need to be in a relationship with somebody like that.
You don't need to be in a relationship with
because
someone like that.
Black heart and that lack of empathy for somebody else will show its face to you at some point. 100%.
I don't think the woman. Well, she is in the wrong. She knew about you, but with her, yeah.
You're both in the same situation.
You're both in the same situation. I think you need to offer a bit of grace, because I could only imagine how she feels being in that type of situation where a man is pressuring her to have an abortion to get rid of her child, whilst also supporting another woman to have his.
How heartbreaking!
That is, yeah, girl.
No, leave
Wrap
him.
that shit up immediately, and good luck with your pregnancy. I wish you a happy and healthy pregnancy. I hope you have a great support
system
around you.
Yeah.
But girl, do not stay with this man. For him to do something like this,
that means he has a bad trait in his heart, and that will come up again.
Bad.
Adult find of the week.
Adult find of the week. I'll quickly get into mine. This week, my adult find of the week is the M&S collections. I don't even know how to say it. Potato Duffouin. Potato Duffouins. Potato Duffouin. You know what I'm talking about. The laid potato French thing. Man, you know.
It's creamy.
It's creamy. It's cheesy. It's got potato. It's amazing. I have had a lot of potato Duffouin in my lifetime, even the authentic one from an actual French restaurant. And this is the only one that kind of comes close to competing with that one. Very, very nice. Had it for our Valentine's dinner with some lamb and some creamy mushroom sauce. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend.
My adult find of the week, and I'm currently obsessed with it, guys. You're going to love it, is this cherry bakewell sponge pudding from Lidl. Fuck off!
Of course it's a fucking cherry. Of course it's a fuck. Go on with your fruit salad. Carry on.
So it is a layer of cherry sauce with some cherries and then a beautiful almond kind of bakewell type sponge with like this. It's like this sticky kind of custody. It's like a creamy sauce that absorbs into the sponge. Absolutely amazing. Great with Ambrosia Deluxe custard. Just fantastic. Guys, you're going to love it. I think it's like only like £3 something, £3.29 or something like that. But yeah, fantastic.
Great. And that brings us to the end
of the show.
Which means I'm about to beg real quick. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube and you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Please, please, please help us get there. Leave us a comment. What would you do in terms of the Reddit realness? Should she leave? Should she stay? Etc. What are your top rules for finishing your enemies? What are the key things you stick to when you're trying to take someone out? Let us know in the comments. If you're watching or listening on Spotify or Apple and you enjoyed this episode, give us a 5-star rating. Let us know your thoughts. Comment as well on Spotify. What are your top rules for finishing your enemies? What would you do in the Reddit realness situation? Let us know. We would love to hear from you.
And we definitely want your comments, guys, because we be looking for them. We be searching.
I don't know where you are, but please come back.
You. Come back.
Hope you're well. You can find us on We Just Got Here Pod on Instagram, We Just Got Here Podcast on TikTok, and WJGH Podcast on Twitter. If you want to keep up with me and what I get up to in the week, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok at Steph Achigbu. Tia, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Tia Honey Roberts and all other socials at MSTIA Roberts.
And it's a wrap, guys. See you
next week. We love you. Bye.